there was a YouTube video that I put out just recently that said, you set your goals at the beginning of the year. We're a month in, maybe a little over. And if you talk about, the time it takes to close, you're looking at, 30 to 45 days to close. So really, we're 2 months into the year. Have you actually started? Your situation probably hasn't changed much. So have you actually started? Because if you haven't, then you're already letting yourself down in a lot of ways. You're actively choosing to not progress with the goals that you set for yourself. And I don't know what the reasoning might be for you. I mean, but you're actively deciding not to. So you need to surround yourself, like you were saying, with people who are going to say, why aren't you doing this right now? You said you wanted to do it. Why aren't you? And if your answer is just, I'm scared, well, then let's work through that, because, being afraid sometimes makes sense, but most of the time makes absolutely no sense at all. And it's just going to, leave you standing where you are. And then 5 years from now, you look back and go, well, damn, why didn't I buy then? Why didn't I do that then?
It's funny because what actually scares me is not taking action, right? What really, and I think a lot of people just maybe ignore this and put their head in the sand with just continuing to do the 9 to 5 forever and relying on a 401k because that's easy and they can just ignore it, right? But to me, the real fear comes from inaction of, I don't want to be, I mean, each of us have our own personal stories, right? Like my dad, both my parents are electricians. They worked their entire life. And my dad got really sick before he could really enjoy his retirement. And from that point, I was always like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to work, and enjoy life and be able to get ahead and take control. So, and there's so many people that are in that same situation. They come, I have yet to talk to someone who's like super happy and comfortable just with a 401k or even a partial pension. You know what I mean? And no one is like, I was able to create what I potentially could in a military pension or retirement picture within 2 years of serious dedication towards, and I was able to get that immediately and then compound it through just directed attention and investing strategically.